Alright, this is a response video to that Veritas 48 guy, you know, the religious nut. I guess it's on this general theme that what does, atheism doesn't offer anything. You know, there's no floor prizes or whatever. And that the Christians are perfectly happy being Christians, so why are we nagging them to be something else? Why are we forcing them to the adult brain table? Yeah, well, of course, Veritas, you just missed the whole point altogether. You assume that if you're an atheist, that you're some kind of self-motivated, narrow-minded, unimaginative retard. So, yeah, thanks for that assumption. And certainly there's probably some atheists that fall into that category, just as there are Christians, waving guns and shooting shit that you might find kind of offensive to your religion. Or I don't know, maybe you're a gun waver, so I don't know. Yeah, I'll defend the atheism I know, and I'll certainly point a big finger at your evil, okay? You're not harmless. If you were harmless, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd say, oh, look at the silly retard with the lollipop and the Q-tips in his ears and, the pencil up his nose, and just say, well, so what? Who the fuck cares? You want to wallow in your bullshit in a stupid fantasy, a little fairy tale? I'd say, yeah, who the fuck cares? But you jackasses control social policy. That's the fact here. You are tyrants. You are oppressors. You are an evil, draconian force hanging over human civilization. Your kind, are the ones that are fucking this planet. You will destroy this planet, you Christian nutballs, because you don't pay any attention to science. You don't pay any attention to just the basic facts of our psychology, our origins, and what we have to protect against in our nature. Because you think it's all designed by some fucking goddamn God. Because you think it all has a fucking purpose. Well, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have a purpose, but it has a reality. And we can scrutinize that reality and figure out what means something in that reality. And if you're not getting told what means something by some asshole God who said, a mule is worth more than a manservant, a God who had that kind of appreciation, a God who floods the entire earth because he's having his period or something, come on. I mean, your fucking God is a lunatic, an insane fucking lunatic. And you fucking Christians are just as crazy. I mean, you're more worried about a fucking goddamn fetus than you are starving human beings. I mean, 2 million kids will go blind from the lack of vitamin A this year. What are you doing about it? What are you Christians doing about it? Not a goddamn motherfucking thing. Alright? Because it's not on your list of important people. It's not the chosen ones, right? Is that it? Is that the argument? I mean, what's the justification? That's your culture, your society. You Christians dominate our goddamn politics. You're the ones that create this evil bastard government that we have. Okay, your stupidity. Who put Kevorkian in jail for 7 years? For merely helping a human being do what they wanted to do to gracefully end their life when they were in a horrible circumstance. Who did that? Christian bigots. That's who did it. Motherfucking Catholics. That's who did it. Your fucking goddamn bastard religion. Your gutter religion. That's what did it. That's what put him in goddamn jail. Alright? Who's interfering in people having their own civil relationships in this society? Who's deciding that some people should have perks and benefits and other people shouldn't have them based on something like sexual preference? You bigots, you tyrants, all right? You people. Who's interfering in people's reproductive choices? You tyrants, you bigots, all right? That's the difference. That's why we give a shit. If it was just your fucking Christianity, if it was just your fucking fairy tale and you were just investing your own goddamn welfare in it, who would give a goddamn? But you fuckers are trying to write your dogma into our fucking goddamn laws. And we see it on our goddamn money. We see it in the pledge of our allegiance to our goddamn nation, where you fuckers make us say that fucking goddamn word. Alright? Why? Why do you do that, you bastards? Because you're insecure, that's why. Because you want to impose your crap on us. It's not us trying to impose anything on you fuckers. It's you fuckers imposing on us. You're the fucking tyrants. You're the evil fucking pricks. All right. So this is just a bullshit argument. In an enlightened mind, you talk about the grave. Oh, we're only here for a short time. Yeah, we're lucky if you get your 80 years. But regardless, the grave is irrelevant to an enlightened mind. Okay, because an enlightened mind understands it's not about the fucking time you're here. Being dead, who the fuck cares? Consciousness still exists. Consciousness is just as equal to yours. Your magnificent consciousness that you think's going to some fucking paradise. All right? Yeah, well, they're all equal. They're all worth something. They're all magnificent, if any of them are magnificent. So what's the fucking goddamn difference? There's a goddamn continuum. There will be a fucking goddamn future. We're making that goddamn future. And tyrants and bigots and morons of your religion, your fucking dogma written into goddamn law, is preventing the human race from reaching its best potential. Okay, you keep talking about your fucking contentment, your fucking happiness. What about your fucking productivity? There's a bunch of animals in this world suffering, being tortured based on our consumption, and that stupid moronic book of yours endorses that bullshit. Okay, it wrote that rule. Okay, that ignorance is written in that fucking dumb book. Okay, where it makes this fucking distinction and decides that, well, that feelings that are being experienced over there somehow don't mean anything. All right, it's just like your goddamn book evaluate a human being's life as less than valuable than a goddamn donkey, and that's the goddamn fact. Your goddamn book said, give a poor man the fucking diseased and rotten dead bird. Don't eat it yourself. No, give it to the poor, because they're worth less. Making them sick doesn't matter as much. That's the values of your fucking book, your bullshit book, your bullshit dogma. You can be happy and delirious with your idiotic, moronic, ignorant goddamn understanding of the universe. And that's all it is, though. It is ignorant, it is stupid, it is selfish, it is insufficient to the dignity of our intelligence. All right, because it makes you into bigots. It makes you incapable of understanding that life is trapped in a struggle here. Life is consuming, it's eating itself, and that we're playing a role in that. And we have to rise above it. We have to try to mitigate and control the suffering that exists in this world. We can't wait for fucking, this spaghetti monster or whoever else you think, this god of yours, this infinite fucking intelligence that was jerking off for 10 zillion infinities before he decided to create the fucking earth into a fucking existence. Yeah, well, this fucking god of yours isn't doing anything, is he? He's not showing up. He only shows up to ignorant baboon human beings 2,000 fucking years ago. People who couldn't even build a fucking outhouse. He'll talk to them, but he won't talk to fucking us. I mean, you're just so full of shit. But that's why your fucking philosophy falls short. That's why atheists hate your fucking guts. It's because you're goddamn motherfucking tyrants. Because you're trying to impose your dogma, your fucking book on our lives. You're not keeping it to yourself. You're not keeping it in your own fucking living room. No, you're trying to drive that fucking car through everybody's fucking house. So fuck you, you arrogant prick.